lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I'm excited for this video because I'm going to be talking all about the new indie makeup releases, sneak peeks, all that good stuff from the past week and my personal opinion on it, if I'm going to buy it or not. And I'm also going to talk about some mainstream, more exciting releases at the end. There was one thing that came out this week and you guys went crazy. I can't believe how many tags and comments and messages I got about that certain release, so I will talk about that at the end, but let's just go ahead and jump on in. Also, really quickly, if you're wondering what's on my face, I am wearing the Hasina 2 palette from Blush Tribe. My highlighter is the Cloud 9 from JD Glow Cosmetics, and then lips is What's Your Sign from Colourpop with Urban Decay Midnight Cowgirl on top, and I will have a tutorial coming hopefully next week. Okay, so the very first thing I have to talk about today is from Dulzura Cosmetics, and this is the Peony Petals times Jesicaaaajay highlighter. This looks beautiful. It is so pretty. It's just a like light pink shade. I don't know, I like fell in love with this highlighter as soon as I saw it, so I actually did buy this one, and I already have it, but it's not in this room and I'm too lazy to go get it. But if you guys want to see me use it in a video or something like that, definitely let me know. I've been wanting to try Dulzura's highlighters for a while, and this was the one that I was like, you know what, I feel like that one is actually unique to my collection. Like, I really don't have like a baby doll pink highlighter. I'm not sure how it's going to work on my fair skin. Maybe it'll end up being a blush topper, I'm not sure, but it looks stunning. I did swatch it and it looks a little glittery, so I'm curious to see how it'll be on the face. But yeah, I went ahead and I bought that, and I also bought one of their lip strobes, which I wanted to try, so I'm sure you guys will see that in a video soon. Next, I did want to go ahead and mention like just a little update from something I showed last week. Emme Cosmetics showed their lipsticks and they were all swatched, and I was like, I don't need it, you know, I'm gonna pass. But then they showed the packaging, and I'll leave the packaging on screen for you guys. How stunning is that? It's like literally pink glitter. It looks like the Mariah Carey times MAC lipsticks. It is stunning. So yeah, I went and bought one shade. I couldn't help it. The packaging, I'm just living for it. Especially like such like cute packaging from an indie brand. I just love it. I'm so excited. I think it's so cute. So I went ahead and picked up one lipstick, and then I think I grabbed like a matte shadow and a shimmery shadow to try from them because I've never tried Emme Cosmetics, but I'm very excited about that lipstick packaging. So next, here's a release that a lot of you guys were actually super excited about. This is the Sanderson Sisters eyeshadow palette, and they did reveal the colors. And I think it's actually an interesting mix of colors. There's like a light brown transition shade, there's like an orangey shimmery shade, a dark purple matte, a blue metallic, and then it looks like a black matte, and I think that those look really, really nice. Actually, here they did swatches of them as well. Oh, okay, no, the only one that looks like it's not shimmery is the light brown. The others all look like they have shimmer in it. So I think it's a pretty color scheme, and I think if you were wanting to get something that was what's that movie, Hocus Pocus related, you might like that. So next we have a little sneak peek from Sparrow Cosmetics, and I was excited about this as well. They said testing, and it has a bunch of shadows, and these look beautiful. There's like a mustardy yellow shade, a peachy shade, a bright pink, a blue, and then you can kind of see a purple. So I think that these look beautiful, and I don't think Sparrow Cosmetics has released matte shades yet. I think that they only have shimmery shades, so I'm very, very curious about those, and I'm excited for when they release. Alright, so the next release is also really exciting, even though we don't know when it's coming, but we do know that it is coming, and this is from Juvias place, and it is a foundation. So they posted this and showed the bottle, and the bottle looks beautiful. I love the packaging. I love that it's like a squeezy tube, but it looks like it's also, hopefully, fingers crossed, going to be a pump. And they asked like to name the collection, they asked about price point, and you were able to respond to them and everything like that. So I thought that was really cool. I think that like the question and answer thing on Instagram is really amazing for brands to be able to connect with people and ask specific questions. So I'm very, very curious. I'm hoping so much that it is a dewy foundation, and maybe this is just me speaking from a dry point of view, but I feel like it's so much easier to mattify a foundation. Like, there are amazing mattifying primers. You can use powder, you can bake, like you can use a mattifying setting spray. I feel like it's so easy to save a dewy foundation and make it matte if you do have oily skin, but I feel like taking a matte foundation and making it dewy, like even if you have a really great dewy primer, sometimes it doesn't help. Setting spray is just like, I feel like it doesn't change the finish of the foundation as much as it does the other way around. So I'm like, please, please, everyone's releasing matte foundations, please just give me a dewy foundation. And Too Faced released a dewy one, but it smelled like watermelon fruity, oh, Jolly Ranchers, watermelon Jolly Ranchers, and it completely broke my skin out. So I really need to return that before I run out of time. All right. Oh, this is something I really wanted to talk about. So GLF Cosmetics released liquid eyeshadows, and I'm really curious about these because the packaging is literally the exact same as the Stila one. And you guys can see the swatches on screen. They do have quite a few different like neutral shades, but they also have like a bright purple, a bright blue, and a bright green. And I'm like, I really want to try those. So I think that those look really, really nice, and I'm very curious. They do look like they have a little bit of sparkle in them, that they're not just metallic, because that's what I prefer in a liquid eyeshadow. But I was immediately drawn in by the packaging because I love my Stila Glitter and Glows. I literally have two different ones right in front of me right now. So very, very curious about those, and I really want to see reviews and stuff on them. Okay, so next, Suva Beauty is releasing moisture matte lipsticks, or liquid lipsticks, and I think that they are already available now. And these are kind of just a pass for me because I feel like none of the shades really like draw me in. Maybe the fourth shade over, that like more like mauve-y, I don't know, I like that shade, but I feel like I just don't need it. I just don't need it. And moisture matte, I'm curious to see what it would be like. I'm definitely gonna like keep my eyes out for reviews, but for the most part, I don't really like the formula of liquid lipsticks that don't dry down. So I'm curious because it does say moisture. Is it just a one that dries down but it still feels a little bit comfortable on the lips, or is it like slick? Oh, I also really, really wanted to mention this. Vanessa's Vanity has a special edition highlighter, and it is called Think Pink. You guys can see it on screen. It is a really light, pretty pink shade, and it has the breast cancer ribbon in it, and they said that they do it once a year around this time, and that a portion of the proceeds are donated to the American Cancer Society. So they also said that it's super shiny and not glittery, and it's only available in a large pan size with or without compact. And I thought that this was just an amazing idea. I love companies that give back, and it's a very pretty highlighter, and I just love that it's going to a good cause. So I wanted to go ahead and mention that. I feel like there's so many things I'm trying to decide what to talk about because I don't want to be here for like 3 hours. Here, we'll talk about this one. This is from Eunique Beauty, and this is called the 7 Deadly Sins palette. The packaging, I don't know, I feel like it's got little skulls on it, but it's almost kind of cute at the same time. Like, it's not creepy. Not like scary skulls. Like, I have one palette from Lunatic Cosmetics Labs, and like I was like, the packaging almost stopped me from buying it because it was kind of creepy. It looks like there's like a monster eye on it, but I really love the actual palette. But I don't think that the skeletons look scary, which is good. And the actual palette I think is really, really pretty. It has a bunch of different shades, and it looks like most of them are matte. Definitely a little bit more of a rainbow palette, but I like that it has like a dark olive green, a dark brown, and then everything else is pretty much colorful. I think some of the shades are actually pretty unique the more you look at them, and they all have like sinful names like greed, gluttony, lust, envy, pride. So basically the names are like the opposite of like the Emily Noel palette that just came out. It's like literally the opposite. So I don't know if it's exactly my aesthetic, but I do think that it looks, I like the shades. I think that the shades that they chose are actually kind of interesting. They're they have interesting undertones. Alrighty. So next, this is actually crazy. This is the Islay Cosmetic Slayer palette, and it is 15 different eyeshadow singles, and they are only $18. So I'm like, that's a really affordable price for the entire thing, and I think this is actually super beautiful. I love all the different shades. I I don't know, it speaks to me a lot. I had a subscriber say that they bought it, and I asked her to tell me what the quality was like whenever she gets it, so I'm curious to see what her review is going to be. But I think that this is beautiful. It looks more of like a summery release than fall, but I'm still here for it. Blush Tribe did a story and they posted on it. All they did was a little text and it said Blush Tribe is collabing. This collab is going to be so unique. So immediately I thought of Angelica Nikist. I was like, please, fingers crossed, let this collaboration be her. I think that would be so amazing, so exciting. Like, I want to do a video of like collabs that need to happen and like who I would want to collaborate with different brands, just like my personal opinion. And like I wrote down Angelica for Blush Tribe, but I only had a few people, so I really need to brainstorm more before I could do that video. But I really want it to be her. But at the same time, Blush Tribe also posted this picture I can show you guys of Safae. Let me see if I can find it. Her Instagram is Safae305. And they said something is coming, and they had her face, and they do faces on the front of their palettes, so I'm thinking maybe it's a collaboration with her, which I'm not upset about or anything. I'm still super excited. I love seeing collaborations. So I'm curious if you guys want to comment what you or who you would like Blush Tribe to collaborate with. So next I wanted to mention that Glamlight revealed their entire royalty palette, and they did a sneak peek a few weeks back, and it looked like it was going to be an all purple palette, which it is not, but I'm actually not mad at it because I feel like it has a decent amount of purple tones. It has some warm tones. It has like a pop of green, a really pretty like, oh, just really pretty shades all around. I'm living for the peachy shade called Passion and the plummy burgundy shade called Plumpy. So I am excited about this palette. I think it's not too big, but it still looks like a good mix of shades. I can see so many different things just looking at the palette. Next, Cosmetics did another release, and this is the Universal Bombshell palette, and it is a collaboration with A Greener Kind of Life. It's already available, and this looks pretty, but it is all shimmery shades, and I think like if you were just trying to try a bunch of things from Cosmetics, maybe this would be a good way to start off. But you know, I mean, it's definitely something I would have to pair with other things, and I just feel like I really like some of the shades in the palette, but I don't think that they're available individually. I'm not sure. So for now, this is a pass for me. Ooh, I'm excited about this. So Makeup Slave Cosmetics did a little sneak peek of their their fall palette, and it says Autumn Equinox, and it has a leaf on the front, like a very fall leaf, and it's a little bit metallic. It looks beautiful. I'm very excited to see the inside. I actually just bought the Confessions of a Cancer palette from Makeup Slave, and I was like, I really wanted to support them because when I went on their Instagram page, they are literally located so close to me, it's not even funny, like literally 30 minutes away from me. And anyways, when I got the palette, I swatched it, and it swatched so beautifully. Like, I can't even explain. Like, the texture was so good. I have not used it on my eyes yet because I'm trying to finish up the week of Hasina 2 that I'm currently doing. But I've never been, okay, no, not never. I have not been so excited to put neutrals on my eyes in a really long time. The palette does have a few pops of like color, just a little bit, but it's, oh, man, I can't wait to get it on my eyes and use it. And I'm really excited about this palette, and it might be hard not to buy, especially because, like I said, they're literally so close that they brought it to the post office, and literally the next day it arrived because it was like I drive through the town that they're located in all the time. And that never happens because I'm like literally in the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania, in case you guys are curious. Next here, we can talk about this. This is definitely a little bit of a disappointment to me. So Blush Tribe showed the entire Fall Fusion palette and the swatches and the shadows and everything. And they've kind of been doing sneak peeks of it for a hot minute. But I have to say that I'm really disappointed because I saw different people like posting the palette and saying like, it's going to be limited edition, there's only 400, like. And I feel like if you're going to hype up a palette a lot and you're a brand that's like getting a lot of momentum, a lot of people are talking about you, like I just don't want to buy a palette that like by the time it gets to my house, because they are in the UK, and international shipping takes a little longer, which I'm not complaining about at all. Like, it's just the way things are. But by the time it gets to me, like, if it's already sold out and I like can't even talk about it on my channel or recommend it, it's kind of like, like it just kind of stinks. So I don't know, I like the colors, I really like it, I want it, but I don't want it to sell out or to be limited edition or to only have like a certain amount of units. I'm just kind of, the farther I get along with limited edition stuff, I'm like, I'm over it. I understand certain things need to be limited edition, but like the marketing ploy of like, you have to get it now or you can't get it, I'm like, well, then I'm just not gonna get it. Like, specifically when I see things, even if I like them and I see they're limited edition, I'm like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna buy it, because it's just, I have so much makeup, and like one of the most fun things for me with makeup is talking to you guys about stuff and recommending it and using it on my channel. And I just feel like I got their Just Blend It quad, which is beautiful, but it's sold out like immediately, and like people I knew who wanted to get it could not get it. So I digress. I think it's beautiful, but I just don't know if I'm gonna buy it now. So next, let's talk about Love Luxe Beauty. They are releasing a few different things, and they actually released them this morning. The first thing I want to talk about is a highlighter, and it is called the it's the Pumpkin Coconut Shine. And it is a limited edition highlighter, and it smells like pumpkin coconut. Honestly, I'm so intrigued. I'm like, pumpkin coconut, what is that gonna smell like? Am I gonna love it or am I gonna hate it? So I actually did buy this highlighter, and part of it is because I'm so intrigued on the scent, but also I just wanted to try a few more things from Love Luxe Beauty. So I grabbed that highlighter. I grabbed one other that they released a few months back. They actually did release a few different liquid lipsticks as well, which I'll show on screen. And the one shade, I think it's Toxic, the green, I would have bought that honestly, but I had been wanting to try a green, army green like lipstick for a hot minute, and Kylie Cosmetics, they have one that I was so tempted to buy, and they recently did a buy one get one free lip kit deal. So I actually bought the one from Kylie Cosmetics. I'm like, worst comes to worst, if I hate it, I can use the liquid lipstick as an eyeliner, or I can use the lip liner as an eyeliner, I could use the liquid lipstick as a liquid liner. I'll figure out a way to use it, but I just really wanted to try a shade like that. And if I had not just bought that one from Kylie Cosmetics, well, technically I got it for free because buy one get one free. That's how I justified it. I would definitely buy the Love Luxe Beauty one because I'm curious to see their formula, and I'm just like, I'm so excited to try that shade. Anyways, they also released some pressed pigments, and these look beautiful. I did pick up 3 of these. Some of them are just one shade, and others are called trichromes. So I guess they're supposed to have like 3 different shifts in them. So they look really beautiful, really metallic. So I'm excited about those. Alright, so I think that the last thing I have to talk about for an indie makeup release is actually from Strobe Cosmetics, and this is the Divinity palette. And I did go ahead and make a collage of all the shades and put them together, but I'm not sure how they will be in the palette. But they have done all the color reveals, and there's all 8 shades here, and I believe it's probably going to retail for like $35. That's how much the Strobe Creepy Cute palette was. Actually, I have it right here. It's so cute. Just looks like this. Definitely need to play with it more, but I really think the quality is there. So I was very curious to see this next palette, and honestly, it's not quite what I thought it was going to be. I do like some of the shades, but other ones I'm like, nah. So I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up yet. I'm not sure. I think it's definitely more of an interesting color scheme, and I like I don't know, I guess I like 6 of the shades. No, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not. I'll definitely be interested to hear what your guys' thoughts are on the palette. I could probably dupe all of these in my collection already, and I'm trying to be a smarter consumer. So okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna head on over to Trend Mood so we can talk about some of the more mainstream releases, or at least the ones that really catch my eye here. First off, Kylie Cosmetics released a bunch of singles, and I mean, I don't really have thoughts on it. I'm just like, okay, like they're singles, like cool, like it's fine, like I'm not like obsessed, I'm not like upset, like it's just what it is. And I actually do like some of the shades, the more colorful ones, like there's bright pink, bright blue, purple, the bright yellow. And I thought about grabbing some of them, but I think I'm going to wait a little bit because I feel like in no time they're going to have a sale, like buy 3 get 1 free, or I don't know, I feel like they're going to have a sale before I know it. So I'm just going to wait on those, and also I'm going to wait to see quality. Actually, here, I'll talk about this. This is an indie brand. This is Makeup Geek Cosmetics, and it is their Pumpkin Spice palette, and I don't hate it. I mean, it looks like a nice fall palette. It looks very wearable, but it doesn't look like boring browns at the same time. I feel like it's a pass for me because, again, I think I have all these shades in my collection, but I am glad to see Makeup Geek coming out with more stuff. And also, I wanted to ask you guys, would you like a video on like my favorite items from Makeup Geek? Because I still use Makeup Geek all the time. I have like a ton of their blushes, their contours, their highlighters, tons of their eyeshadows. So if you guys would like a Makeup Geek favorites type of video, definitely let me know. Ooh, this is something I want to talk about. This is the new Natasha Denona Safari palette, and it's all mattes. First off, as soon as I saw she was doing an all matte palette, I'm like, what the heck, why? Everyone loves Natasha Denona for her shimmers. If it wasn't, she's one of the only people I could justify an expensive all shimmer palette, because her shimmers are where it's at. They're amazing. The mattes are just kind of, I mean, they work. They're fine. There's nothing wrong with them, but I'm like, $130 palette for mattes? No way. No way. Her shimmers, that's where it's at. Second of all, I see everyone posting this and they're like, wow, this might have to be my first Natasha Denona palette, like, love it, blah blah, like raving about this palette already. And I'm like staring at it like I don't see it. I just don't see it. Like, I don't see it. Like, I just don't see what everyone else is seeing. Like, what's so different about it? Like, I'm just confused. I'm so confused. I'm like, I cannot justify the $130 price tag on that palette at all. Not at all. And I like Natasha Denona. I have a few different things from her, but that's just like a big, humongous no. And every time I see someone post it, I'm like, I just don't get it. Like, I'm staring at this palette trying to see what everyone else sees, but I just don't see it. Okay. Moving on to the thing that you guys really wanted me to talk about, which I can't find the picture for. Okay, here it is. Whew. So, Huda Beauty is releasing 5 new palettes, and these are stunning, gorgeous, so beautiful. They're monochromatic palettes. Like, these were basically made for me. Like, the blue palette, the green palette, the purple, and the pink. The orange one I could do without, but all the others, like, absolutely stunning. I love these. Like, I live for monochromatic palettes. So you guys asked me if I'm gonna buy these, and these are officially on my if it was cruelty free I would buy it list. A lot of people don't realize, but Huda Beauty sells mink lashes, and mink, there is no truly cruelty free way to get mink lashes. So although they can say that their makeup was not tested on animals, part of their line animals were tortured for. So I personally don't support that, and I don't buy Huda Beauty. So this is like, it's an easy pass for me. If it was truly cruelty free, they would be mine. They would be mine, no questions asked. Right, so I don't have that much more to talk about. I figured we could talk about this really quickly. This is the Morphe 35V Stunning Vibes Artistry Palette. And it's only $24, and I like a portion of this. I was tempted to buy it because it was on Platinum early for Ulta, and I had $3.50 off, and I was tempted, but I didn't get it. And the thing with this is that I like half of it. If I could just, actually, you know what, if we could just take off the bottom 4 rows, I'll do a picture on the screen and do the top 3. At least top 3 from the side. I'm sorry, I'm not making sense. I would definitely buy that palette, like, no questions asked. It would be an easy buy, and it would probably be like $15. And they've done quite a few smaller palettes, so I wish that this, instead of doing the full thing, I wish that they had done a smaller palette for this and just done the more fun shades. So it's a pass for me, but it was almost a buy because I was crazy, but then I talked myself out of it, thank goodness. So that is everything for today's indie makeup releases. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!